This is my biggest art challenge yet. I took the first 7 prompts of Inktober and challenged myself to weave them into a single piece of art. Will it work? I honestly have no idea, but I'm going to take you on the entire journey, from blank page to finished masterpiece.
Hello, and welcome to Exploration Art with me, JR.
Now, if you're an artist, you know that Inktober is drawing a piece of art every day, following the prompts for each day. I'm going to do something a little bit different because I always like to challenge myself a little bit further. It's a curse and a blessing at the same time, but we'll see how it goes. I am going to do 4 art pieces with a week's worth of prompts combined into each picture. So I'm really putting my foot in my mouth here, but we're going to see how it goes. So this week we're going to have 7 prompts that we're going to try to combine into one wildlife piece. So our prompts for today are mustache, weave, crown, murky, deer, pierce, and starfish. That's quite the juxtaposition, or that's quite the menagerie of prompts to try to put into one piece. But I think I have an idea, so we'll see how it goes. Every great artwork starts with a good plan. I spent a little bit on designing a sketch. This is the what if part of the process. I have no idea how I was going to combine all of these words. My mind was jumping from catfish with a mustache to a spider weaving a web. I have to find a way to get all these ideas to work together. I will sketch some thumbnails, just trying to find the best composition. I'm imagining a story. What is the deer doing? What does its environment look like? For the murky prompt, I'm trying out different angles to find one that creates a sense of hidden depth. After a few scribbles, I find the story I want to tell. A stag as a guardian of the forest. The weave and the pierce of the spiderweb bring a sense of natural drama, with a spider piercing a dragonfly in its tangled web. This stage isn't about perfection, it's about making sure the story is solid before I commit to the next step. And once I find it, there is no turning back. With the design locked in, it's time to create a blueprint of our final piece. This is the most important phase because ink is a permanent medium. Every line has to be a deliberate choice. There is no undo button here. I'm focusing on getting every detail just right because it'll be my guide. For the deer, it is a powerful form. I'm using confident and foundational lines. For the deer and the crown, I'm going to make a great stag, with the crown, of course, being its beautiful antlers. For the murky prompt, I'm going to have the deer in a swampy forest wading through the water. I will also be making sure that the placement in the foreground elements, the weave and the pierce, the spider and the dragonfly, creating a sense of depth, pulls the viewer into the scene. This is the part that demands patience and focus. A single wrong line here could throw off the entire composition. But it's also where the art starts to feel real, to take on a life of its own. All right, this is it. No more pencils. There is no going back now. My hand on the paper, and I'm ready to commit. The goal isn't just to trace our pencil lines, it's to use the power of the ink to bring every texture and emotion to life. For the murky background and the crown of antlers, I am using very light stippling and sparse fine lines. I want this to feel soft, misty, and out of focus, a sense of a dream. But then, as the pen moves to the deer's fur, I'm using confident and controlled lines. to build up a sense of volume and texture. This is a contrast I have planned from the beginning. For the weave of the spider web, I am using my fine pen for the most delicate lines. It has to feel fragile and real. And then for the pierce of the spider, I am using darker lines. It's the most thrilling part of the piece, using the contrast to tell a powerful story in a tiny focused area. And the mustache on the catfish, as well as the star to make it a starfish, just a few quick, confident strokes to give it character. And with that final line, the first masterpiece of our Inktober challenge is complete. This was a true test of planning and execution. It was a journey of a little bit of frustration, discovery, and ultimately an incredible satisfaction. Here it is. This piece is more than just a drawing, it's a story. You can see the distinct textures of the stag's fur, the misty feel of the murky water, and the dramatic movement of the jumping catfish. If you want to see what happens next and see what I do with the next 7 prompts, click that subscribe button and click the like button, and don't forget the bell. And we'll see you in the next episode. Keep imagining and keep creating. Goodbye.